Hey, everybody, how are you? This is Lewis Harrison. I am the creator of the Life Strategies Playbook and Mentoring Program, and I am also the administrator at the Self Improvement for Beginners group. So, if you are watching this through the group, welcome. And if you're watching me on a regular feed, I want you to know that people who watch this and are in the group get a free gift. And if you're not in the group, I'm sorry. So there'll be a link down here about 15 minutes after this broadcast ends. And if you're part of our group at Self Improvement for Beginners, you'll be able to get the free gift. And if you're not, I thank you for watching anyway. I am a mentor who teaches people how to make effective decisions in their lives, and I am a spiritually oriented guy. However, I think spirituality is an internal process. You don't need to wear special outfits or have rites, rituals, or ceremonies, or clergy, or holy books, or temples, or sacred places to live a spiritual life. If you live your life through love, kindness, compassion, empathy, wisdom, goodness, and the appreciation of beauty, you are in fact living a personal life that is full and deeply spiritual. So, that being said, many people ask, how can they transcend their emotional baggage, their limitations, fear, anger, imbalance, lust, greed, vanity, attachment, and ego? How do you do that? And yeah, you can meditate and you can read the Course in Miracles or Ram Dass or any of the great philosophers, go into therapy, get rebirth massage, deal with your inner demons, family therapy, etc., etc. However, what I want to show you today is a very simple exercise that you can do that I promise you will transform your life. So, get a notepad out if you have one, and I'm going to talk slow. So if you don't have a notepad, you can watch this over and over and over. And I will be rebroadcasting it again tonight at 8 o'clock and also at 1 a.m. We have a lot of international and global followers in our group. And that group, again, by the way, is Self Improvement for Beginners. And you can just put that right into the find on Facebook for groups, and it will pop up. And then just join us. And if you give us your email there, you will get more free gifts and cool stuff. So let's get started. So people often ask, what is reality? It's a philosophical question. If you're in the ACAM group, A Course in Miracles, and Ram Dass, you tend to say, oh, it's all an illusion. And even if you're a physicist or a mathematician, if you studied the work of Ernst Mach, you can look that up, M-A-C-H, Ernst Mach. Even Mach will tell you that the closest thing you can get to real reality, like reality, in its purest form, is mathematics. But even mathematics is just an illustration of what reality is. So, what is reality? Is it subjective? Is it objective? What is reality? Well, the argument can be made, and it was made by a great philosopher, Wittgenstein, that reality is really geometric forms. If you don't know what you're doing, who you are, but you're looking in the world or experiencing the world, usually you'll see triangles, circles, squares. But then the question becomes, well, how would you know that a triangle is even a triangle unless you have the word triangle? Because when we have patterns in our lives, we tend to name those patterns. Write that down. When we have patterns in our life, things that repeat themselves, we have a tendency to name those patterns. So here's a pattern, a live stream video. Here's a pattern, Facebook. These are all patterns, and we give them names. So where am I going here? Am I getting real complex? No, I'm not. We have patterns in our lives in all things. And one of the patterns that we have most of us, is language and words. So if someone yells ouch, or says pain, or says love, these are all words that have ideas associated with them. They're patterns. So a word describes our experience and our reality. So the argument could be made that if you eliminate certain words from your language as an exercise in self-improvement, your actual sense of reality in the world will shift. Let me repeat that. If you change the words you allow in your vocabulary, the way you will experience what some call the reality of life will shift. So, what are the words that I avoid, and why do I avoid them? Take 10 seconds. If you thought I was joking before about getting a pen and a pad, now you're going to need a pen and a pad. And of course, you can watch this again and write notes then. So here is the key. I don't use any of the following words in my conversation. If you spent a week with me in my house, 24 hours a day, I have trained myself through meditation to never use these words. Would, could, should, but, what if, maybe, try. I'm going to repeat them again. Would, could, should, but, what if, maybe, and try. You can see I'm not reading them off of a sheet. And there's no board back there I'm reading them off of. This is memorized and part of my life now, like breathing. So if you say, hey, Lewis, you want to go to the moon with me? I would probably say yes, unless you don't have a rocket ship. If someone said, Lewis, can you give me $1 million? Yes. Why? When that guy calls me up from Nigeria and asking me to send him money, yeah. Why? So there's nothing that I would do in a situation because I don't know what that situation is going to be in my life. What could I do? I don't know what the limitations are in my life. I don't know. I live in the jungle. I wasn't planning on living in a jungle. Somebody sent me an email that my family was dying. And I actually called an advisor and ended up flying to the jungles of Southeast Asia where I lived in the back country, saving lives. I don't know what life's going to give me. So I don't say would, I don't use could, I don't use what I should do. I do it. If I should do it, I do it. Would, could, should. But, I don't say but. I say and. You want me to do something? I'll do it, and you need to give me a reason why I need to do it, or I may tell you no. Would, could, should, but, what if? Hypothetical, I don't use it in daily conversation. I do it in my mentoring work and in applied game theory and in life strategies because it's good to have strategies on what you might do if a situation happened to arise. And by the way, there's a name for that. In game theory, it is called mixed strategies, or to be specific, Nash equilibrium mixed strategies, if you saw the movie A Beautiful Mind. So, I don't say again, would, could, should, but, what if, maybe, everything's maybe. If I say yes, I may say no. If I say no, I may change it to yes. Maybe has no meaning. Would, could, should, but, what if, maybe. Would, could, should, I don't try, I do. So, would, could, should, but, what if, maybe, try. And that's what the process is here. So I want you to do an exercise for the next week. Think about what you do in your day and have an intention to use possibility words as opposed to would, could, should, but, what if, maybe. So, if you want to like me on Facebook, go to www.asklewis.com. I have a YouTube channel. at Ask Lewis Harrison. If you'd like to join our group, it is Self-Improvement for Beginners. That's our Facebook group. And if you join now, in 15 minutes, you will have a link to a free gift. So thanks a lot for listening in. I hope this had an impact for you. And it will be broadcasting again today. Just keep on checking in the group. Have a great day. Have an abundant life. And don't look at limitations. Look at possibilities. My name is Lewis Harrison.